taking us on YouTube again.
Okay. Let's try again. Welcome back to County Court at Law number 6 in the Bexar County Veterans Treatment Court. We're now taking up State of Texas versus Terabest, original case number 668-254. Do you have your written number in front of you, Ashley? Because I don't seem to have that. Oh, I do. No, I don't either.
3698, but I can email you the written number, or I can email you the file.
Just want it for the record. Written number 3698, which was
98.
filed on or about December 29th, 2021. Does that sound right?
Yes, it was accepted December 29th, 2021, filed December 27th.
And I believe the writ was filed after a violation report was received for an alleged breath test violation with positive for alcohol 0.051 on or about December 17th, 21. Does that make sense?
It was already going to be filed, Judge.
Okay.
That was not the.
So at this time, I would ask Ms. Morgan to advise the court and the state of what she's requesting on her writ.
So Ms. Best is on bond for allegedly driving while intoxicated in cause number 668-254. She is being held by pretrial services, and she's being subjected now to portable Smart Start mobile blows at 6 blows a day plus weekly reporting in UAs. The complaint alleges that this was committed on August 26th. The state has provided us an analysis of her blood alcohol concentration from the date of the alleged driving while intoxicated arrest. That report was issued on 9/24/2021, alleging her BAC to be 0.030. There's been no additional analysis of her blood, and so at this point, the state does not have an information to proceed, or they would file the information. If they want to file the information, they are more than welcome to. But at this point, she's being held against her will, and we are asking for the court to grant relief from the illegal confinement and restraint and take her off bond for driving while intoxicated.
And right now, state, as we speak, has no information been filed on this case?
That's right, Judge. Not at the moment, because we're waiting on a toxicology report.
Was there a blood or breath test taken at the time of the arrest?
I believe it was just a blood test, Your Honor.
And do you have the results back from that with regard to alleged alcohol content of the defendant at the time of the arrest?
Yes, Your Honor, we do. The blood test in terms of alcohol came back under 0.08, but it was submitted for further testing and analysis of any narcotics that may have been in the system.
Okay. And was there any accident or injury, anything else aggravated about the case from the state perspective?
No, Your Honor. There was no crash or anything like that.
Okay. And let's, Ms. Morgan, clarify for me. I think I'm aware. Right now, as we speak, what bond conditions do I have on Ms. Best? Is she blowing 6 times a day in a Smart Start mobile? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir, she is.
Do I have her on weekly UAs?
Yes, sir.
And how many weekly UAs has she taken since I imposed that, which I guess has probably been a month or so?
Ms. Best, how many weekly UAs have you taken?
I believe it's 3.
And those apparently have all been negative because I haven't heard anything about it.
You haven't had any further bond violation.
Once, just like everybody else, not just Miss Best, once she shows me 4 clean UAs and she's got 3 already on the table, I will put her back on monthly UA. So that's not really probably going to be a major issue here. I have her on 6 blows a day on the Smart Start mobile device. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
And I apparently ordered her on a Scram cam device in lieu of the 6 blows a day on the Smart Start mobile, and the defense objects to that, I'm sure.
When did I didn't know that was ordered.
Maybe it's not. And I apologize. I've got 2,000 defendants to keep up with, and I sometimes get them mixed up. So I apologize that's the way. You're right. There is no order for Scram. So what are you requesting with regard to the Smart Start device? And
well, at this point, if you're going to not grant our writ of habeas corpus and take her off bond, that you remove the Smart Start mobile and allow her to do weekly UAs or monthly UAs.
I assume she's already posted bond on this bond increase after the violation report. Is that correct?
Yes, she did, Judge.
So the only 2 real issues as far as impositions on her right now here, I have her on a Smart Start mobile device at 6 blows a day. And she's been on that for over 30 days, has she not?
She has, Judge.
And we haven't gotten any violation reports on that I'm aware of.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, well, at this time, I'm going to alter and amend her bond condition and waive her weekly report in UA. We're going to wait for the next test, and we'll do it as soon as that one comes back clean, which I'm sure it will. And then we're going to alter and amend and modify her Smart Start Mobile from 6 blows a day to 4 blows a day. I'm not going to take her off a bond. She's already made bond. State, I'm going to admonish you that if you're going to file an information on this, to put it on the front burner and get that done. And
Yes,
Ashley,
sir.
what else are you requesting that we need to do?
At what point can I talk to you about, since alcohol is obviously not an issue because her BAC at the time of the arrest was 0.03 allegedly. At what point can we talk to you about taking her off the Smart Start Mobile, which is a
Well,
costly
Eddie-
position?
And bear with me. I thought Eddie said it was less than 0.8. Was it 0.03, Eddie? What was the actual alleged alcohol content at the time of the blood test, at the time of the arrest on Miss Best?
It was 0.03.
All right, so it's the state's position that in concert with that little amount of alcohol, there apparently were drugs and there was some sort of synergistic effect that made her impaired and therefore subject to being arrested for DWI. Is that correct?
Exactly, Judge. And there are some facts in the report that seem to indicate that may be the case. If you'd like, I could recite those for the court. But there is some facts in the report that indicate there may be some other substances involved.
All right, tell us about what you know about that. And Ashley, you can obviously refute that if you don't agree with it.
Your Honor, the report states that, well, when they made contact with Ms. Best, there was a strong odor of marijuana, and there was I guess what you would call a cartridge used for vaping THC oil found as well, and small amounts of marijuana in the vehicle. And so
There may or may not be marijuana involved, Judge. We're waiting for the analysis on the blood.
Okay, I'm sorry. Say that again, Ashley, please.
And there may or may not be marijuana involved in this DWI allegation, but we're waiting on the analysis of the blood.
Okay, Eddie, are you telling me that some alleged marijuana was confiscated at the time of the arrest, but she has not been charged with possession of marijuana? Does that sound right?
that's right, Your Honor.
Okay. And Eddie, how long do you anticipate it to be before we get final lab reports back so that y'all can make a decision one way or the other?
It's hard to say, Your Honor. It's going to be a month or two. I'm not sure. I'm going to personally contact our paralegal so that she can put this on the front burner and get an update from DPS.
What was Miss Best's arrest date, Miss Morgan?
According to my writ, it was August 26, 2021. So it's been approximately 5 to 6 months.
All right, Eddie, I don't know if this does any good, but I'm ordering you in the nicest possible way to put this case lab report on the front burner and get us results back at the earliest possible time.
Yes, Judge, will do.
And I fully understand that with all the plague stuff going on and everybody slowing down, that this is not the only case that the DA's office has that's probably way behind schedule. But in my recollection, even before the plague, y'all weren't the fastest lab report getters in the history of Texas, and Miss Morgan can probably verify that also. All right, so let's do that. Is there a video on this case?
There's a
I
video.
I mean,
There
would
is
they
video.
put Miss Best through field sobriety testing or anything like that, Ashley?
I think she refused field sobriety test. Let me just refresh my memory real quick.
Like walk a straight line and hold one foot up and do that horizontal gaze and nystagmus with a pen light or something. Did they do all that to you, Miss Best?
They did not, Judge.
Okay. Did she refuse it or they just didn't do it?
She refused.
Okay.
She refused, and there is a felony awaiting indictment that is also involved in this incident.
Out of the same incident or out of a different incident?
Out of the same incident.
And what is that?
It's a possession of a controlled substance.
Okay. And what's the I assume you're waiting on lab reports on that one too? Does that sound right?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Well, I've emailed for a dismissal on that one based on the DA's policy.
And I'm ordering you to get lab results on that one for Miss Morgan at the earliest possible time too, if I have the authority to do that. Who knows?
Okay, Judge. Yes, sir.
All right. So anyway, I'm granting your motion in part and I'm denying your motion in part. Is there any other requests you have at this time, Miss Morgan?
So at this point, is she going to be maintained on a Smart Start Mobile even though alcohol is not an issue?
Well, 0.03 is still alcohol, right?
Yes, Judge. I'm sure it's still alcohol. Is it intoxicated?
Can't fool you. and I'm not being mean to Miss Best. I mean, we have 2,000 defendants in this court, and anybody that's charged with a DWI is on a Smart Start mobile device, and Miss Morgan knows that very clearly because she represents about half of them, I think. So that's what we're doing. If there are any other problems, let me know. So no hard feelings, Miss Best. This is you're stuck in the Bermuda Triangle of the criminal justice system in Bexar County, and it works really slowly right now with all this plague stuff. So I apologize it's that way, but it's neither Miss Morgan nor I have any control. And it's certainly Mr. Villarreal, who works for the DA's office, has no control either. It's kind of a runaway train. But Eddie, show me something or let Miss Morgan know more than me what you've done to try to expedite our lab test results back. Because if they come back and, I want to expedite the resolution of this case, whether y'all dismiss it or y'all come up with an agreement or whatever it is, but Miss Morgan can't educatedly come up with a plan until she gets all the cards on the table and y'all are hiding your card.
And
Yes,
one more
Judge.
question. Does this court still entertain another motion to dismiss for lack of speedy trial at 8 or 9 months per federal rules?
Sure. And especially if they haven't filed an information. Of course, that means they'll file an information tomorrow. You know how that works. But
Well, I'm fine with that because then I can get a trial judge.
all right. Anything further from the state of the defense on Miss Best?
Nothing from the state, Judge.
Miss Best, do you have any questions or any other problems that we need to try about right now while you got us all here?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further on this one, Ashley? And then we'll talk about Miss Diane.
No, Judge.
All right. Can we let Miss Best go, or do you need to chat with her in a breakout room, or what do
No,
you want?
I'll call her afterwards.
Okay. You're released, Miss Best. Thank you for showing up. And hopefully we won't meet anymore on this. Hopefully this will all go away, but I can't do it for you. So I'm sorry it's that way. But thank you for coming and taking a lot of your time this morning. So you're out of here. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
This is not an official hearing, but let's talk about this.
Do you want Mr. Guyeni or Miss Guyeni to log in, Judge? I don't know if she's in the waiting room.
You can if you want to, but she's not. I'm not requiring her to be here.
Okay.
I
Let me just text her.
did enjoy reading all her letters, though. That was pretty fun. All right, this is let's talk about state of Texas versus Amy Guyen and Guyeni. Is that right? Actually, that's sort of the way to pronounce it.
Yes.
All right, Amy Guyeni, and I've got an SID number of 1152429. Let's see what her cause number is. And I've got a cause number of 668367, and it's a DWI first allegation.
Yes, sir.
And I've got a violation, the second violation. I think the first violation, she just didn't get her Smart Start mobile in time. Does that sound right?
I didn't represent her, Judge, and I never got a copy of it.
And the second violation report is she allegedly had a positive breath test.
And
No,
if
no,
you
the blood
no,
test. I'm sorry, the blood test on January 11th, 2022.
but
It doesn't really show us an amount.
Never confirmed. Correct.
Correct. Okay, so as we speak right now, what conditions do I have on Miss Guyeni?
She has posted the bond increase of $5,000 to
Okay.
the satellite office. She is on Smart Start Mobile 6 blows a day and weekly UAs, and she's willing to comply with all of those to prove to you that she's not drinking. She just does not want this gram at this point if she can prove to you that she's not drinking and maintain her bond conditions.
I'm wondering why she had if she was on the Smart Start mobile device on January 11th, 2022. I'm wondering if she's got a positive for UA, but we don't have any positives on the Smart Start mobile. Does that make sense?
I include that in my email, Judge. I think that if she had been consuming alcohol, she would have had a violation on her in-home device proving the consumption. But because this is NyQuil, she was not consuming to the amount that's detectable, but her body metabolized the alcohol, perhaps, because that's what the ETG is testing for, is that enzyme your body produces whenever you metabolize alcohol.
And at the time that this test was done on January, when the date of this violation report is January 19th, and the actual violation is alleged on January 11th, 2022.
Correct.
And I already had her on 6 blows a day, so there must have been some violation before this. Does that make sense?
That you had just confirmed that, Judge, that according to your records that she was late in getting the in-home installed. So that's why you have her on 6 blows a day.
Ah, okay. So she's been on 6 blows a day since plus or minus January 1st, probably, huh?
Correct. And she has had no violations brought to this court's attention besides this positive ETG caused by NyQuil. She's not taking shots, Judge. She's not consuming.
And
alcohol.
if I had her on weekly UAs since then also, I'm guessing?
Yes, and we have all those weekly UAs.
And we have 4 clean weekly UAs in a row?
Yes, sir.
All right. So without getting any kind of formality going here, let's reduce her blows on the Smart Start Mobile back to 4 like everybody else. We started at 6. She's done well on that. And she's already got 4 clean UAs. So let's go ahead and just put her back on monthly UAs. What else do we need to do?
Can you remove the scram order?
Yes, we'll remove the scram order and leave her on Smart Start Mobile. Will that work?
That'll work, Judge. Thank you very much.
All right, I'll get that in this morning. That probably won't become active till tomorrow. We've got a lot of clerk
Issues.
long-term issues on getting it on the computer, but that's fine with me if that's okay with you.
That's
Eddie,
fine.
is that okay with you?
Am I on mute? Yes, Judge.
Oh, but I did
Okay.
find one thing that I wanted to mention and I thought was interesting / humorous.
We're still on YouTube, Judge. I don't know if you want to say
In
it.
40 years, I've never seen a doctor's order for NyQuil. So Ashley came up with a doctor's order for NyQuil. So that's interesting. But
So-
the offense allegedly took place on January 11th, and the doctor's letter is on January 21st.
So,
So
Judge,
I-
if you look at that was a doctor's note for the protocol for her COVID treatment when she tested positive for COVID.
Well, I assume the defense asked for this letter or the defendant asked for this letter at some point.
I did not call. I did not call the doctor myself. I had her call her doctor and say what was the protocol for your COVID treatment.
Well, the only thing I want to point out that I thought was humorous and a nice try was that this was dated after the offense date. So I got you, but it was a good shot. It was a good shot. It entertained me.
I'm sure I could have gotten her doctor records from the day of, but I'm not going to ask a doctor to forge anything, Judge.
All right. Tell the Miss Guyani to be good, and I'll get all this on the computer, and we'll move along. Anything else that we need to talk about today? How about any of your other 400 pending cases, Ashley?